Have you ever thought you were covered by travel insurance only to find out the hard way that you weren't? Maybe your flight got canceled, your baggage disappeared, or worse, you ended up in a hospital with a massive bill only to hear those dreaded words. Sorry, your claim is denied. Last year alone, travelers lost millions due to common travel insurance misconceptions. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to avoid the 7 biggest travel insurance myths that could cost you thousands. And if you stick around until the end, we'll reveal a secret loophole that saved one traveler over $22,000. Myth number 1. My credit card provides all the travel insurance I need. Many travelers assume their premium credit card offers complete travel protection, eliminating the need for separate travel insurance. However, this belief can be costly. While some credit cards provide travel benefits, they come with major limitations that can leave you vulnerable in an emergency. Most credit cards offer little to no medical coverage, meaning hospital stays, doctor visits, and medical evacuations are often not covered. Additionally, trip cancellation coverage is usually limited to specific, pre-approved reasons, and only expenses paid with that particular card qualify for reimbursement. If you have a pre-existing medical condition, credit card insurance won't cover related expenses. On top of that, credit card travel benefits typically have lower payout limits, which may not be enough for serious emergencies. Take Sarah's experience, for example. While traveling in Switzerland, she broke her ankle and required immediate medical attention. Her credit card's travel protection didn't cover her $25,000 hospital bill, but fortunately, her separate travel insurance policy did. Relying solely on credit card travel insurance can be a dangerous gamble. Instead, use it as a supplement rather than a replacement. For international trips, always purchase a dedicated travel insurance policy with at least $50,000 in emergency medical coverage to ensure you're fully protected. Myth number 2. Travel insurance is too expensive to be worth it. Many travelers skip purchasing travel insurance because they assume it's an unnecessary expense. They believe that since they probably won't need it, it's just wasted money. However, this mindset can lead to devastating financial consequences if something goes wrong during a trip. The reality is that comprehensive travel insurance typically costs only 4 to 10% of your total trip cost. But without it, you could be facing massive out-of-pocket expenses. A medical evacuation from Europe or Asia to the US can cost anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000. If your baggage is lost, replacing its contents could easily exceed $1,000. A single hospital stay in a foreign country can rack up thousands per day, with many requiring upfront payment before treatment. Skipping travel insurance is like refusing to buy car insurance just because you think you probably won't crash. The risk may be low, but the financial consequences can be enormous. Instead of viewing travel insurance as an unnecessary cost, think of it as affordable protection against potentially devastating expenses. Budgeting just 4 to 10% of your trip cost for comprehensive coverage ensures peace of mind and financial security, making it one of the smartest investments for any travel. Myth number 3. I can buy insurance anytime before my trip. Many travelers mistakenly believe they can buy travel insurance at any time before their departure. However, the timing of your purchase significantly affects your coverage. Waiting too long can mean missing out on critical benefits that could save you thousands of dollars. For example, pre-existing medical condition coverage is usually only available if you purchase your policy within 14 to 21 days of making your initial trip deposit. The same time frame applies to cancel for any reason, CFAR coverage, which allows you to cancel for reasons beyond standard policy limitations. Natural disaster coverage is another area where timing matters. Once an event like a hurricane becomes foreseeable, e.g. it's named or reported in the news, insurers will no longer cover trip cancellations related to it. Many travelers learned this the hard way when Hurricane Maria was named. Those who purchased insurance afterward had their claims denied, even if they hadn't yet traveled. To ensure maximum protection, buy travel insurance within 14 to 21 days of your initial trip deposit. This ensures you qualify for the most comprehensive benefits, including coverage for pre-existing conditions, trip cancellations, and unforeseen events. Myth number 4. All travel insurance policies are basically the same. A common misconception is that all travel insurance policies offer similar coverage, so it makes sense to just choose the cheapest option. However, policies vary dramatically in terms of what they cover, and these differences become crucial when it's time to file a claim. For example, different policies define medical emergency in different ways. Some cover minor injuries, while others only cover life-threatening conditions. Coverage for adventure sports and extreme activities also varies. Some policies include skiing or scuba diving, while others exclude them entirely. Mental health emergencies, such as needing treatment for anxiety or depression during a trip, may be covered in one policy but excluded in another. Similarly, the definition of family member can affect emergency cancellations. Some policies only cover immediate family, while others extend to grandparents, in-laws, or even long-term partners. A real-life example of this came from Michael, whose trip cancellation claim was denied when his girlfriend's father had a medical emergency. His policy only covered immediate family members, and because his girlfriend's father wasn't included in that definition, his claim was rejected. Rather than choosing a policy based on price alone, carefully compare the coverage details to ensure they align with your specific needs. Look for exclusions, limitations, and definitions that could impact your ability to file a successful claim. Myth number 5. My health insurance covers me everywhere. Many travelers assume their regular health insurance will cover them no matter where they go. Unfortunately, most domestic health insurance plans offer little to no coverage outside their home country. For example, Medicare provides almost zero coverage for Americans traveling internationally. Private health insurance plans may cover some expenses, but they often require upfront payment, meaning you must pay out of pocket and seek reimbursement later, which can take months and isn't guaranteed. One of the biggest risks is medical evacuation, which is typically not covered by standard health insurance. If you need an emergency airlift to a hospital, the cost can easily exceed $50,000 to $100,000. Myth number 6. Cancel for any reason. Coverage is a waste of money. Many travelers believe standard trip cancellation insurance is sufficient. However, standard policies only cover specific, documented reasons such as serious illness, injury, or natural disasters. If your reason for canceling doesn't fit the policy's strict guidelines, you won't be reimbursed. Cancel for any reason. CFAR. Coverage provides much more flexibility, covering situations like fear of traveling due to emerging risks, e.g., disease outbreaks, protests, or safety concerns, work conflicts such as last-minute job changes or project deadlines, relationship breakups which might make a planned trip undesirable, sudden rule changes or border closures that make your trip impractical. A real-life example came during the COVID-19 pandemic. Many travelers who had standard trip cancellation insurance were denied refunds because pandemics weren't a covered reason. Those with CFAR coverage were able to cancel and recover most of their trip costs, while others lost thousands. CFAR coverage is worth considering for expensive trips, early bookings, or uncertain travel situations. It typically reimburses 50 to 75% of costs, but the flexibility can be invaluable if plans change unexpectedly. Myth number 7. Filing a claim is too complicated to be worth it. Many travelers believe that filing a travel insurance claim is a hassle, and that claims are automatically denied. In reality, proper documentation is key to getting reimbursed. To improve your chances of a successful claim, save all receipts, medical reports, and police reports related to your claim. File claims promptly after an incident. Delays can result in denials. Follow up persistently if your claim is denied. Insurers may reconsider if you provide additional proof. Add Animation's Jessica's flight cancellation claim was initially denied, but after she appealed with extra documentation, she was fully reimbursed. Avoid costly mistakes by understanding travel insurance. Credit card benefits are a supplement, not a replacement. The small cost of insurance outweighs the financial risk of medical emergencies or cancellations. Buy within 14 to 21 days of booking for full coverage, including pre-existing conditions and cancel for any reason options. Not all policies are equal. Always read the fine print. Relying on domestic health insurance abroad is risky. Claim filing takes persistence but is worthwhile. Travel smart, stay protected, and plan with confidence. Have you ever had a claim denied? Share below. Subscribe for our next video on hidden credit card perks.